So before I go any further, I would just like to say originally I was going to make a video on WWE's Saturday Night's Main Event and AEW's All In, but unfortunately we had weather complications over here and the internet went out, power went out several times, so I didn't really get a chance to make those videos. So I'm just going to put in my thoughts before I talk about WWE's Evolution. All in all, WWE's Saturday Night's Main Event was a fine show. It was mostly a vehicle to set up Jelly Roll and Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul for SummerSlam. And besides that, Seth Rollins' knee unfortunately tweaked, buckled, whatever happened. And I'm hoping Seth Rollins has a speedy recovery. But damn, that is one cursed knee. AEW's All In. Honestly, too long. In fact, I had to watch AEW All In and Saturday Night's Main Event side by side as if I was watching Fox News and CNN at the exact same time. Which honestly, whichever one you prefer, which is which, let me know in the comment which wrestling promotion you think is the Fox News or the CNN of the wrestling world. It'd be interesting. Anyway, I'm glad to see that Jon Moxley has lost the AEW World title to Hangman Adam Page, and I am very happy to see Mercedes Moné lose to Timeless Tony Storm. Very happy to see that. Now, that just leaves the question of who are they going to wrestle next? I'm mostly interested in who Tony Storm's going to wrestle next. I mean, obviously the answer is Athena, but she's already been in Athena, so what's going to be different this time? Anyway, time will tell, but let's get on with the main part of this video, WWE's Evolution 2 Electric Boogaloo. Before I go any further, I would just like to ask you, the viewer, to hit that like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this video out. That way the almighty algorithm can see that I'm trying to put in the effort to grow this channel, and hopefully we can spread to more people. Because honestly, I think everyone needs a channel that's not just pro WWE or pro AEW. Just someone casually talking about these brands. Anyway, like I said before, on with the video. So WWE's Evolution. It was, how should I put it? Not a bad show. It wasn't bad per se. All the wrestling was fine. The show just did not have any build to it. They kind of forgot they were even putting on this pay-per-view, because I'm refused to call it PLE. They forgot to actually advertise it. They realized after Saudi Arabia, like, oh shit, we have another pay-per-view coming up. Evolution. Let's just announce matches. Let's not have any build towards the show. Let's just announce everything. Which didn't really help the show at all, because besides from a few matches the first week, they immediately announced Io versus Rhea Ripley, which was the main event. Not a bad main event, mind you. I'll get to spoilers in a minute, but then they just slowly added more things on. Trish Stratus versus Tiffany Stratton. Naomi versus Jade Cargill. The Fatal 4-Way for the Women's Tag Team Championship. And Jordynne Grace versus JC Jane for the NXT Women's Championship. Again, all these matches were fine. This just didn't feel like a pay-per-view show. This felt like an overly produced TV special, really, like a Saturday Night's Main Event, but just for women. Dogs, why are you barking? I'll let you know right now, spoilers are ahead, because I'm going to be talking about the winners of each match. Becky Lynch retained the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Judgment Day retained the Women's Tag Team Championships. Jade Cargill defeated Naomi in their street fight with Bianca Belair as a special guest referee. I really gotta start slowing myself down, or else I'm gonna start stuttering. JC Jane retained the NXT Women's Championship after Blake Monroe betrayed Jordynne Grace and hit her in the back with the NXT Women's Championship. Tiffany Stratton retained her WWE Women's World Championship. Stephanie Vaquer won the Battle Royal in order to get a title shot at Clash in Paris. And Rhea Ripley and Io Sky both lost because Naomi cashed in her women's Money in the Bank briefcase to become the new World Heavyweight Championship. So fine, all this is fine. So right now this will take Jade Cargill away from. This will separate Jade Cargill from Naomi. So that means Stephanie Vaquer will probably wrestle Naomi for the World Heavyweight Championship, which is fine. That should be a fun match if that's the route they choose to go. Because it seems right now Jade is going to be focusing on Tiffany. Should be fun. Should be a fun match. Oh, honestly, the match order was kind of odd to me because it felt like this Battle Royal should have been either the first or second match. Probably the second match of this pay-per-view. Or really this TV special. And honestly, they shouldn't even have announced who was going to be in it because I felt like there should have been some type of return, like a AJ Lee or a Saraya, however the hell you pronounce it. They also had women superstars of the past, like Stephanie McMahon, who founded women's wrestling, because without Stephanie McMahon, there'd be no women's wrestling. Vicky Guerrero also showed back up. We got a giant excuse me. And surprisingly, Mark Henry was there. Not sure what he contributed to women's wrestling, but Mark Henry was there. So besides from Naomi winning the World Heavyweight Women's Championship and Stephanie Vaquer winning the Battle Royal, there wasn't really much to talk about on this show. I mean, it was just this doesn't feel like a special pay-per-view. This just felt like a TV special. And honestly, WWE could have done better to promote this. But I think they just wanted this show to fail because they're really focusing on counter-programming AEW. Which, I mean, I get it. It's the wrestling industry. You got to counter-program, but this did not feel good. But what did y'all think about this show? Let me know in the comments. Do you agree with my sentiment that this just feels like a TV special and not really much of a pay-per-view? If not, let me know. If you do, let me know. I'll be happy to read the comments. And as always, please remember to take your meds if you need to, drink some water, and always remember, someone loves you. All right. See y'all next time.